We are getting reaction from West Michigan to the shooting death of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk. His ambush murder is renewing calls to cool down the political temperature again in this country. Tonight, News Channel 3's Tyler Brummett is joining us live in studio. And Tyler, you talked with a Western Michigan University political science professor to get his reaction.
Yeah, Andy, John Clark tells me it's concerning. A number of politicians and political activists have been targeted recently. Clark says while he agrees people need to learn how to have a respectful dialogue, he expects tensions will only get worse.
You know, it's just another one of those senseless, violent tragedies that it seems like we experience way too often in the United States.
WMU professor John Clark says violent attacks like this one on conservative activist Charlie Kirk are happening too often. The assassination of Kirk is the latest in a string of what authorities have called political violence. Earlier this year, a Minnesota lawmaker was murdered in her home. And during the last election cycle, there were 2 attempted assassinations of President Donald Trump.
I think we've got a situation right now where there are plenty of people who have plenty of opportunities to add fuel to the fire rather than trying to figure out ways to cool the political atmosphere in which we're in.
Wednesday's shooting happening as Kirk spoke on a college campus. The 31-year-old was known for connecting with younger Americans. In April, he spoke at Michigan State University. Back on WMU's campus today, students tell me they're stunned.
You think people are just going to come to have talks like that and be civil about it, and I guess that's just not the way it is anymore.
In my opinion, I can see this bringing people together because I feel like everybody can agree on that it's not right for someone to get shot for that.
As for Clark, he hopes this will lead to change.
But I think in all of our encounters every day, there may be folks with whom we disagree. There may be folks with whom we become irritated. Figure it out. Work through it.
Now, Kirk's death has also fueled conversations about safety at events like this one. Just before coming on air tonight, I wrapped up an interview with a safety expert who's a former Secret Service agent. We'll bring you his thoughts on what happened tonight.
Meanwhile, many people at Charlie Kirk's event at Utah Valley University say there was little security. We've learned there were 6 campus police officers on duty and more than 3,000 people there. News Channel 3's Tyler Brummett joining us live in the studio tonight. Tyler, you talked with a former Secret Service agent who says there should have been more security on hand.
Yeah, Jess. Jason Russell is the founder of Secure Environment Consultants. He tells me one of his biggest safety concerns was simply the setup of the event. Now, when that shooting happened, Charlie Kirk was sitting under a tent. Russell says that could have made him an easier target. In the hours following the assassination, there were questions about the safety of those who were there. Many students telling the Associated Press they did not go through any metal detectors. They also say they did not have their bags checked. While Kirk had his own security, Russell says there likely was not as much preparation since Kirk is a private citizen and not a politician.
Who knows what the briefing was that they got from the local police or the campus police before they got there. So if they might not have even known that if there was somebody on the roof, that it wasn't a police officer or another, a security person. So it really was just an unfortunate set of circumstances that, can happen because there's just not a lot of planning and not a lot of resources that go into these private events.
Now, Russell tells me the security there likely did the best they could given the circumstances. Now, he also says while this was tragic, it could have been much worse. Keep in mind, whoever did this only fired 1 shot. Again, it was a deadly shot. As for what's next, Russell says several agencies will likely review what happened. Live in studio, Tyler Brummett, News Channel 3.